Every time I look in mama, I see the woman, wonderful.
In empowering women, we've always talked about access. Now we have access, but we are pressing for control over fertile lands. And not only control, but support from the men. We are getting it to an extent, but what we would want as a program is the women having access, having control, and having the full support of the men in the communities to becoming the women that they are supposed to be. We are sustaining lives, and with access, control, and support from the men, we would actually get to that point. This is what I do.
Over the years, we work with CBOs to include women in decision-making process. This has yielded some results, as some women are elected and appointed as assemblywomen. I still encourage men in my working communities to support women in both local and administrative process and decision-making. I work to seeing so many women occupy positions in decision-making. This is what I do.
Food security cannot be achieved without nutrition. We are therefore training women groups on how they can use soya beans, moringa, balanite, baobab, sesame to process nutritious meals for their families. In doing this, we came to the realization that there are some myths and beliefs that are preventing women from getting nutritious food. For instance, baobab is very nutritious for women, but some men have the perception that when you take baobab, you get guinea worm. So if a man doesn't like baobab, it means the whole household will not take baobab. So we are trying to see how we can create awareness of stakeholders like the traditional rulers, religious leaders, and the men who are the household heads, to realize that these are myths and beliefs and they prevent women from getting the right nutrition. If they are able to know this, then the women will get the right nutrition, give birth to very brilliant children, and also be healthy to be economically viable and increase their income levels of the families. This is what I do.
I believe that if we can build the confidence of young women to speak out for themselves, but also for other women, then we can actually start addressing inequality. And a great example of young ladies fighting inequality is our You Speak Up project. In this project, young women produce radio programs every week, and I have witnessed how they have transformed from being very shy and not able to speak in public to now being really strong, confident women who actually take up issues and act to change them, not just for themselves, but for their whole society. So I actually see women pressing for progress. This is what I do.
One of our core programs is the Youth Center program, where young persons lead the development work at the community level and solve problems by themselves. And in this concept, we have over 50% of the positions occupied by young girls. And it's amazing to see how these young girls have grown from being at the back and not being proactive, now being proactive, leading activities at the community level to influence decision makers to change processes at the community level. We also ran a program called Youth Parliament, and it's so interesting to see how we got these young girls who were very shy, will not talk, will not even look into your face when they are talking. And just few months into running the Youth Parliament project, we have very vibrant young girls engaging duty bearers, questioning duty bearers, probing them to be able to make commitment to resolving community problems. And what we have done in regards to that has also been creating a female caucus, giving young girls the space to be able to interact among themselves, to learn and share among themselves, and also to address specific female issues at the community level, at the district level that affect their development. And this has also gone very well. I invite you to join one of our female caucus sessions in the near future. On our board and governance, it has grown over the year, where we have now had very vibrant young girls on the board. And it will amaze you to know we don't need any qualification to be a board member of this organization. And this is where we have created space for 40% of the young girls to be elected to be on the board. And now most of these girls are those leading the forefront of key policy decisions that is influencing the growth of the organization. This is what I do.
Woman, I see a woman. Every day in the mirror I see a woman. And every time I look in mama, I see the woman. A wonderful woman, an African woman, mother of nature.